Welcome to Zen Vibe Studio. I'm Cassidy. It should be the first time you listening to my podcast. Today's story comes from a remarkable Zen master named Hara Tanzan. We will introduce him in a moment. He is a towering figure in Japanese Buddhism during the 19th century. Born in 1819, Tanzan was not only a devoted Soto Zen monk, but also a pioneering scholar who helped modernize Japanese Buddhism by integrating scientific ideas with traditional Zen teachings. He served as the first lecturer of Indian philosophy at Tokyo University and was well known for his unconventional approach to Zen practice. Tanzan's life was full of wisdom and compassion, and many stories about him continue to inspire us today. Before we dive into the story, I want to ask you, what does letting go mean to you? Is it about releasing worries, grudges, or perhaps expectations? As we hear Tanzan's story, keep that question in mind and see what insights arise for you. Tanzan and his close friend Aikido were traveling together down a muddy road on a rainy day. The rain was heavy, turning the path into a slippery, difficult journey. As they rounded a bend, they came upon a young woman dressed in a beautiful silk kimono. She was hesitant, unable to cross the mud-covered intersection without ruining her delicate clothes. Without hesitation, Tanzan said, "Come on, girl." He lifted her into his arms and carried her safely across the muddy road. The girl thanked him and continued on her way. For the rest of the journey, Aikido remained silent. Here I would like to talk about Aikido. Aikido is also a monk. Tanzan and Aikido are traveling companions and fellow monks, bound by the same monastic laws and spiritual path. In the story, he represents a rigid, rule-bound mindset. However, inwardly, Aikido struggles with attachment and desire, particularly toward the young woman Tanzan helped. Instead of acting compassionately like Tanzan, Aikido suppresses his feelings but continues to carry the experience mentally and emotionally. Interestingly, you may find him contradicted here. This makes him appear hypocritical, as he obeys the rules physically but violates them in his mind by holding on to lust and judgment. His inability to let go of the incident reveals his inner conflict and attachment. Okay, back to the story. When they finally reached a lodging temple that night, Aikido could no longer hold back. "We monks don't go near women," he said sternly, "especially not young and lovely ones. It's dangerous. Why did you carry that girl?" Tanzan looked at him calmly and replied, "I left the girl there. Are you still carrying her?" Aikido's questioning arises from his inner struggle. He cannot let go of the encounter with the woman because he is still mentally carrying her, along with his feelings of desire and guilt. His questions to Tanzan are not just about the act itself, but reveal his own inability to release the burden of attachment. Tanzan's response, "I left the girl there. Are you still carrying her?" points out that while Tanzan acted and moved on, Aikido remains trapped by his own mental attachments. This brief exchange holds a powerful lesson about attachment and letting go. Tanzan acted with kindness and compassion in the moment, helping someone in need without hesitation. But Aikido's mind remained burdened by the incident, carrying judgment and worry long after the girl was gone. Tanzan's words remind us that while we can act with compassion, we don't have to carry the emotional weight of every moment. Sometimes, the heaviest burdens we bear are the ones we hold on to unnecessarily. What? Are you still carrying from your past? Regrets, anger, or worries that no longer serve you? Like Aikido, we often cling to these mental burdens, even when the situation itself has passed. Let's bring this lesson into our daily lives. Imagine you had an argument with a friend or family member. The moment passes, but you keep replaying it in your mind, carrying resentment or hurt. Tanzan's story invites us to ask, can we put down that burden and move forward? Or consider a stressful day at work. Maybe a difficult conversation or a mistake weighs on you. Instead of carrying that stress home and letting it affect your evening, can you leave it behind, just like Tanzan left the girl on the road? Even small moments count. When you find yourself stuck in negative thoughts or worries about things beyond your control, remember Tanzan's calm wisdom. Let go of what you don't need to carry and free yourself to live more peacefully. Talking about this, it reminds me there is a quote from Sadhguru. People struggle so much in life because they have not put effort into understanding the nature of their own mind. One fundamental aspect of the mind is that when you say, "I don't want," it actually occupies your mind even more. If you vow, "From now on, I will not think about monkeys," then your mind will be filled with monkeys all day long. If you hadn't made that vow, you might not have thought about monkeys at all unless you actually saw them. This quote comes from Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev, commonly known as Sadhguru. He is a contemporary Indian yogi, mystic, and spiritual leader. He was born in 1957 in Mysore, India, and the founder of the Isha Foundation, which offers yoga programs and social outreach worldwide. Sadhguru is widely recognized for blending ancient yogic wisdom with modern science and practical life advice. He has authored best-selling books like Inner Engineering and speaks frequently at global forums on spirituality, well-being, and environmental issues. His teachings focus on inner transformation through self-awareness and mindfulness, inspiring millions to live more conscious and joyful lives. If you say, "I don't want something," the only thing that happens is that thing comes into your mind more. Because the mind doesn't subtract or divide, it only adds and multiplies. You cannot forcibly push a thought out of your mind. However, if your desire is for something higher, then all these lesser desires dissolve. Becoming a monk, a brahmachari, is not about rigid vows like "I will never touch a woman." It is about resolving to reach something higher in life, to touch another dimension where worldly things have no meaning for you. If you focus on climbing to the mountaintop, you won't care about what's at the foot of the mountain. But if you try to avoid the foot of the mountain, how will you reach the top? When you focus on the summit, you pass over the foot without even noticing it. Coming back to the story, a woman needed help, so the older monk did what was necessary, left her there, and moved on. Perhaps he didn't even think about whether she was a man or a woman, but the younger monk, trying to avoid women, could not let her go. She kept lingering in his mind. Thank you for joining me today on Zen Vibe Studio. Hara Tanzan's story of the muddy road teaches us that kindness and compassion go hand in hand with the wisdom of letting go. May we all learn to carry what serves us and release what holds us back. If this story spoke to you, please subscribe and share it with friends who might benefit from a little Zen insight. Next time, we'll explore another story to help us live with greater awareness and peace. Until then, keep your heart kind and your mind light.